So the topic is taking user input, user input. So taking user input means we have two different methods. First one is directly giving input in the program itself. For example, in the program, we declare some variables like this int x, comma, y, comma, z, like this. Na? And in the program, we can provide x equals to 10, y equals to 12, like this. So if we are writing like this, it means we are providing value in the variables in the program. Okay. But the second method we have to use is to give these values during running of the program. Means if we execute our program, then we have to provide the value of x and y. So the second method will be more flexible because every time when we run our program, we can put different values each time. But if we have already provided value in the program itself, then the program will run as per the value given there only. Okay, are you getting my point?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we have to learn how to take input during runtime. Okay, so in order to do this, we have to use two more classes, and these two classes are actually predefined classes in Java. Predefined classes means that these classes are already defined in the Java. We have to only use them. Okay, and in most of the program we define our own classes because our Java program always start with the class. So that class is actually user defined class. But some classes are already defined in the Java. Okay, these classes are predefined classes. So we have to use two predefined classes of Java, and those classes are input stream reader, and the second one is buffer reader. So we have to use these two predefined classes of Java for what? To take user input during runtime. Means if we are running the program, we can take input with help of these two classes. Okay, now next thing we have to do is to import package. Import package means, so first of all I'm going to write what you have to write in order to import. So you have to write import java dot io dot this symbol asterisk, and then you have to put this semicolon. Okay, so what is need of this statement in your program? So listen it carefully. Whenever in Java we have to use some predefined classes, so those classes are actually stored in some packages. There are different packages in Java like IO package, language package, utility package. So all these packages store different classes in them. Okay. So whenever we want to use some predefined classes in our program, first of all, we have to import that particular package in which those classes are stored. Okay. So here we are using these two classes, input stream reader and buffer reader. So these two classes are stored in this IO package. IO means input output. Okay. So in this package IO, those classes are stored that are used for taking input or displaying output. Okay. So these are the two classes from this IO package. So instead of writing like this, import java.io dot this asterisk symbol, you can also type like this also, like import java.io dot name of the class. So name of the class is what? Input stream reader. Like this, you can also write for importing this input stream reader class. So in this same way, if we have to import this buffer reader, we have to write like this one more time. But here, instead of input stream reader, we have to write this buffer reader. Okay, so these two lines we have to write in order to import these two predefined classes from IO package. Okay, so you can see we have to write these two lines to import these two classes, and but if we write only this statement, then there is no need of writing these two import statements, because instead of mentioning the name of the class, what I have done here, I have used here this star symbol, or also known as asterisk. This symbol is asterisk symbol. So this asterisk symbol means is all. So it means if we use this asterisk symbol after this IO package, it means we are actually importing all classes present in this IO package. So we have two options for importing. First, we can use this asterisk symbol in order to import all classes from this IO package, or we have the second way that we can import classes individually by writing like this. We have to use this input stream reader. So IO dot input stream reader we can write, and then we can write import java dot io dot buffer reader. So it means we are importing these two classes individually, not all classes from the IO package. Are you getting?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Do you have any question to ask regarding this import?
Sir, when we use asterisk, we cannot write this tuna,
No,
which is
no,
given below.
no, no. We don't have to write these two, because we, if we write this type of a statement, it means we are importing this input stream reader individually from this IO package. Okay, if we know that there is use of only this particular class, then we don't have to import all classes from this IO package. No?
Okay, sir.
Okay. So if you use this asterisk symbol, it means you are going to import all classes defined in this IO package. Okay. So either write this statement IO dot asterisk, or you import these two classes individually. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Sir,
Yes, sir.
sir, does this asterisk class only contain two classes?
IO package. No, no. It contains several classes. System class is
But
also
not
there.
IO package.
Yes, IO package contains many classes.
Oh.
Okay. So
So then,
if you use this asterisk symbol, you can import all classes from this IO package, or you can import individually.
okay, sir.
Okay. Now
Okay, sir.
After using this import statement in your program, the next thing we have to do is to create object of the class. Okay. Now,
Okay, sir.
how to create object? So, in order to create object, there is syntax. Syntax means a way of writing some anything. Okay. So first of all, you have to mention the name of the class. So I'm going to write this class name. Then you have to put a space. After the space, you have to give the name of the object. And the name of the object is user defined. User defined means you can take any name of your choice. Okay. So after this space, there will be object name. Okay. Then equals to symbol you have to write, and then you have to write new. New is a keyword. Okay. And then again this class name, and then this small bracket and semicolon. Okay, so this is the syntax for creating object of any class in Java. So following this syntax, how you can define any object of this input stream reader and buffer reader. So just look. First you have to write what? Class name. So class name is what? Input stream reader. So just write the name of the class, input stream reader. So this is the name of the class. Then you have to put a space and then object name. So object name is user defined. So you can take any name of your choice, but there are some rules that you have already studied in previous chapter. How to name identifiers. There are four rules. Na? The name should start with alphabet. Means you cannot give the name starting with any digit or symbol, and in the name there should be no space, and name should not be any keyword. Okay. So these are some rules that you have to follow while giving the name of the object. Okay. So you can take any name like OB. This name is following all the rules. Then equals to, then new, and then what you can see class name. Class name is what? Input stream reader, and then this parenthesis. Parenthesis means a small bracket in programming language. And in this parenthesis, sometimes we have to pass some information. Okay. So in this input stream reader, we have to pass this information system dot in. Okay. System
Okay, sir.
dot in. This information should be passed here. In the same way, we can create a buffer reader object also. So the name of the class is buffer reader. Then a space, then name of the object. So let us take this obj. You can take another name also. Then new, and then again name of the class buffer reader. Okay. And here in this parenthesis, you have to pass the object of this input stream reader class. So whatever the object you define from for this input stream reader, you have to pass this information here in this parenthesis of buffer reader, and then you have to put semicolon. So is there any doubt you have? You can ask now.
No, sir. No, sir.
What about others?
No doubt.
So, so far what we have done, we have this use this import statement for using this input stream reader and buffer reader classes. Then how to create object of any class we see here, and then you can see these two objects are there: OB object for input stream reader and OBJ object for this buffer reader. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, now we are ready for taking input. Input means during runtime. Means you are running your program at that time you can take input. Okay. So if we define any variable like int x, and then you can take input in this variable x during runtime of program. Okay, so you have to write first you define this variable x, then you have to store any value in this x. So you have to write x equals to then integer dot parse int, and then the name of the object of this buffer reader class. Okay, so the name of the object is obj dot uh, there is a function read line. Okay, so in this way you can take input for this variable x. Now just see what we have done in this statement. So here this read line is a function. Okay, this function is defined for this buffer reader object. If we define any object of this buffer reader class, then we can use this read line function because it is present in this buffer reader class only. Okay, so this read line function actually takes input from user, means keyboard. Means if you type any value using your keyboard, it will take that value as input. Okay, but here problem is the value it takes from the keyboard is considered as string. String means text value. Okay, but here you are going to store this value inside x, and x is of what type of variable? This is integer type variable, means x can store only integer type values, but this read line takes what type of value? Text type value. So this is problem of mismatch type. So in order to convert this text value into integer value, we have used here this thing, integer dot parse int. So parse int means whatever the value that will be inside this parse int, what type of value it is, whether it is float, double, string, whatever it is, it will be converted into what type of value? Integer value. Okay, using what? This integer dot parse int, and that value will be stored inside this variable x. Understood this thing?
Yes, sir.
Sir. Yes, sir.
I'm again repeating this line that this read line is a function of which class? So you can just see it is called using this object obj, and obj is of object of which class? Buffer reader. Okay, so this read line function is a function of this buffer reader class, and this function is used to take input, but this input will be of what type? Text type, text, text type. Okay, but if you want to store this text type value into this x, so there will be problem. Problem is what? Here int x, you can see X is of what type? Integer type. It means it will store only integer value in it. Okay, so we have to convert the value of this read line from text to integer. For this, this integer dot parse int method is used here. So what it will do? It will convert this text value into integer value, and after conversion, it will be stored inside this x variable. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yes.
Okay, then uh, now time.